Life often tests us in ways we never imagined. This is the story of Emily, a woman who faced overwhelming obstacles, yet refused to let them define her. Her journey is a testament to the power of persistence and the human spirit. Emily was a talented young artist with dreams of making it big in the bustling art scene of New York City. At 29, she had just secured a small studio in a trendy neighborhood, and her first gallery showing was only weeks away. She poured all her energy and savings into preparing for this opportunity, creating a series of paintings she believed would be her breakthrough. But just a week before her show, disaster struck. A fire broke out in the building where her studio was located. Emily received a call in the middle of the night. Her studio, her paintings, everything she had worked so hard for, was gone. She rushed to the scene, hoping that it wasn't true. But when she arrived, she saw nothing but ashes and smoke. Her heart sank. Years of effort, passion, and sacrifice reduced to ruins in an instant. Devastated and with no insurance to cover the losses, Emily was at a crossroads. She had no savings left and no art to show. Friends told her to take a break, to move back to her hometown and start over later. But Emily couldn't imagine abandoning her dream, even if it seemed impossible to achieve now. Emily spent days in shock, crying, and feeling lost. But one morning she woke up and decided that she wouldn't let this tragedy end her story. Instead of quitting, she chose to rebuild. She knew it wouldn't be easy, and she had no idea how she would afford a new studio or materials, but she was determined to find a way. Her first step was to reach out to her community. She started a crowdfunding campaign online, explaining her story and her determination to continue creating art despite the setback. To her surprise, support began to pour in from friends, family, and even strangers who were moved by her resilience. She raised just enough money to rent a small, shared space and buy some basic materials to start again. With limited resources, Emily focused on creating smaller, more affordable pieces that she could sell quickly. She spent her days painting and her nights delivering food to make ends meet. It was exhausting, and there were moments when she doubted herself, wondering if she was chasing a lost cause. But every time those thoughts crept in, she reminded herself why she started and how far she had already come. One day, while delivering an order, Emily overheard a conversation at a coffee shop about an upcoming local art fair. Without hesitation, she approached the organizers and asked if she could participate. With a few samples of her work on hand, she managed to secure a small booth at the fair. It wasn't the prestigious gallery she had once dreamed of, but it was a start. At the fair, Emily's booth stood out. She poured her soul into each piece, and people noticed. Her story, her passion, and her determination resonated with visitors. She sold several pieces that day, and even caught the eye of a local art dealer who offered to feature her work in his gallery. Emily's persistence began to pay off. The gallery exhibit led to more opportunities, and she was soon invited to join a collective of local artists. Her work began to gain recognition, and within a year, she had rebuilt her portfolio and expanded her network. But Emily wanted more than just recognition. She wanted to inspire others. She started offering free workshops for aspiring artists, sharing not only her techniques but also her story of resilience. Her workshops quickly became popular, and she gained a following of people who admired her for her talent and her spirit. 2 years after the fire, Emily received an invitation to showcase her work at a major gallery in New York City. This time, she was ready. Her art had evolved, enriched by her experiences, and she had a new story to tell. A story of persistence, passion, and the power of never giving up. The gallery show was a success. Emily sold multiple pieces, received glowing reviews, and was approached by several collectors interested in her future work. But more than the financial success, Emily felt fulfilled knowing that she had turned her greatest setback into her greatest opportunity. Emily's journey shows us that even when life seems to fall apart, we have the power to rebuild, to persevere, and to create something beautiful from the ashes. No matter what obstacles stand in your way, remember that your story isn't over. It's just beginning.